All right, yo, what up, everybody? Arch rivals, you already know the Exec and Blaze coming at you. We into November now, so that's what's up. NBA back. Talk a little in-season tournament today. Kick it off with some NFL though, Blaze. The trade deadline, yes, sir. So I'm not in the DMV area, you know what I'm saying? But I do have. You're not the only Commander fan, left hand up, that I
I'm a Skins fan.
You're not the only fan of the Washington football organization that I,
Yeah.
that I talk to throughout the course of the week. My son and his mother. I normally don't hear from his mother about football stuff, but so this week my son texts me, "Why are we trading away all of our defensive linemen, our best players, right?" So I say, son,
Are they?
son. I say, son. You got to rebuild, son. This is a new ownership group. You need assets. You know what I'm saying? But in the NFC, we can make the playoffs. I said, oh boy. Same thing. His mother hit me up. Same thing. But why are we giving everybody away? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing that?
Everybody who? We gave away two people. We gave away two people.
Yo, the record. So this is the thing, right? Your record and what your record to fans, right? They look at the record, they look at the conference, and they think, let's not make a run. But you understand that making a run for what? You know what I'm saying? Let's build it correct.
The problem is this. Your son and probably the majority of the Washington fans right now have been fans under the Daniel Snyder regime. So this is what they're used to. This is what they're used to. They can't help it. Don't blame your son. Blame Daniel Snyder. I've been blaming Daniel Snyder for the backlash from these fans for the last 4 days since the trade happened. It's not your son's fault. It's not his mom's fault. It's Daniel Snyder's fault. He created this culture. He created this atmosphere. He created this mindset that we go for big names. There's only like one big name that really worked out for us in the draft, and that was Sean Taylor. May his soul rest in peace.
Yes.
We just don't draft well. We haven't drafted well in the whole 25 years of Daniel Snyder's regime while he was here. You know I say this to you, my man DB. I say this all the time on Facebook. It starts with the scouting staff. We can hire whoever we want. We can bring Bill Walsh back from the dead, and we can make Bill Belichick the defensive coordinator. If you don't have a great or a good scouting department, you'll never be good. Your scouting department is the one who goes out and grades these players, go to these college games. They're the one who gives the feedback to the general manager. Hey, let's look at this guy. Let's look at this guy. We just haven't done that. Unfortunately for you fans that are hollering, bitching, and screaming about Chase Young being gone, that sure is funny because the very next day reports came out how he was a selfish player. But I've been told y'all this.
Yeah, the things we don't talk about. Like the stuff that me and you talk about, like he's on the other side of the quarterback. So not only are you playing 10 on 11 on 10 now, he don't set the edge. And that's because he's looking to make a splash play. He wants a strip sack fumble.
He wants a strip sack fumble, bro. And listen to me. He is what he is. I kept telling you all. Everybody laughed at me. They thought, Blaze just hating. Oh, he just making jokes. Any person that looks at the Jumbotron at least 25 times a game, every time he does something, or every time he's talking to his teammates and trying to get them riled up, but he always got his left eye on the Jumbotron to make sure the camera's on him, that should tell you right there he's a me guy. I know it comes off like a joke, but it's the truth.
LeBron James. You see LeBron James.
LeBron James, man. They stay at that Jumbotron. Hey, listen, they know where every camera angle is at all times. They already done peep the camera angles before the game starts.
Yeah.
So they can go, when they go into character, with the hollering and the screaming and the rah-rah and all that. Every time you look, let me look at the Jumbotron. He told y'all who he was. Nobody listened. Listen. I saw everything I needed to see in that Clemson playoff game the year that he was drafted. They neutralized him, and everybody wanted to attribute it to oh nah, man, he's just taking it light because he don't want to mess up his draft stock. Well, you know what? If that was the case, then I definitely don't want a player like
Then you
that.
don't want him on your team anyway. So interesting.
You understand what I'm
Sean
saying?
Taylor and Trent Williams been probably your two
Trent
best
Williams.
draft
Oh
picks.
man, forgot about Big Trent. Chris Samuel was a good. Was a good draft pick. Chris Samuel was a good draft pick. He was just later on, later on in his career.
What about Ryan Kerrigan?
Oh, I forgot about Ryan. See, I wasn't a Ryan guy. Most fans were.
It's some hits sprinkled in, but never like at the same time.
Well, the thing with Ryan Kerrigan with me, his sacks to me were like empty calories. Mm-hmm. The impact he made was always like empty calories all the time. You see what I'm saying? It's like
Donovan Mitchell.
Like Donovan Mitchell. Wow.
Sorry.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, his sacks didn't come at the time when we need. I think he, a couple of games, he made some, he made some game-changing plays, or a strip sack, or a recovered fumble, or something like that. But okay. I mean, the fans loved him. He was a fan favorite. That's the reason why we haven't done anything in 25 years, because y'all fall in love with the names, and y'all tend to overhype the good players and make them out to be great players when they really aren't great players. I'm glad Chase Young is gone. I'm a little upset to see Montez Sweat leave, but not really, because you know me. My stance is going to remain the same. I'm with the new regime. I'm with new ownership, because I'm all in. I don't have a choice. The majority of these Washington fans, he got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. They don't know what they want to do. They want new ownership. Man, all I heard, man, it's so ignorant. All I heard is when that trade happened, man, they just as dumb as Snyder, man. They come right in and just, no, they're not as dumb as Snyder. Actually, what they did was a smart move. You better be glad they didn't trade more. Y'all really would have been
exactly. Son, you're sellers. Why did they think that they weren't sellers? They thought they were buyers?
And look, well, according to, like, when I listened to the Junkies for about 15 minutes yesterday morning, they said this is not a fire sale, and it's not a fire sale. Yeah. They only got rid of 2 people. It's not a fire sale. Now, what may happen in the offseason could possibly be a fire sale, but that wasn't a fire sale. That was just the kind of, and you know what new ownership did? They sent a message to the other players to let you know you're not expendable.
Yeah, you can be next.
Oh, you could be next. Mm-hmm. You could be next. I love it, Josh Harris. I love exactly what you did, and I don't care who don't like it, because I love exactly what you do. I see what he's doing. I'm an older fan.
I would move McLaurin too.
They might.
Anybody with value, you might as well just go ahead and tear it down and build the joint back up. You know what I'm saying? This is the year to do it.
This is the year to do it.
You got the quarterbacks coming.
And you know what I think might end up happening? And I'm just saying this. Obviously I'm not sure, but I got a feeling that watch this. Let's keep an eye on how they play for the next 9 weeks. I got a feeling they're going to play inspired football. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm just saying, we'll see. That's just my gut telling me that I don't think they're going to be bothered by those 2 guys gone. They probably have some friends on the team. But I think, like I said, new ownership
they might get better.
They might get better. You know what I'm saying? They might end up winning 8 games this year. Right now they're 3-5. Yeah. Out of the next 9, maybe they'll go 5.
Would you want an 8-win season, or do you want to bottom out? Or do you think the team is not bad enough to bottom out? See,
my problem with that is like I'm not one of those guys that likes, that's all for the tanking to get the number 1, number 2 pick. Because the number 1 and number 2 pick don't always work out.
Yeah.
It might be the number 8 pick. And just let me say this, and we can move on. I screamed and yelled at the TV on draft night because I wanted Joey Porter Jr. so bad. Yeah. That's who I wanted. And how he fell to the second round is still a mystery to me. Dude could ball at Penn State. Did you see what he did to DeAndre Hopkins last night? Even though DeAndre Hopkins is old, but he went to Mike Tomlin and was like, I want number 10. Yeah. Put me on number 10. I just read that before we came on. I want number 10. I need that matchup. I need that. That's a dog. That's a dog. That's a
I
rookie.
think the kid Forbes can play too, though.
Well, he's being mislead. Well, you know what? He's not being coached up well then.
Yeah,
Because he still looked bad against AJ Brown. I know it's AJ Brown, but
it's
he
AJ
just
Brown.
but his
That's
technique,
AJ Brown's son.
his
Yeah, okay.
but his technique. Okay, Joy Porter has great technique. I watched him last night, bro.
Yeah.
He turns his hips at the right time. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to shield off the receiver. I'm telling you, man. Forbes just needs to be coached up right. Their former Washington football team cornerback Darryl Green made a statement like a couple of weeks ago. Was like, I'm looking at this kid. He's not being coached up right.
Well, yeah, no. And if anybody would be able to tell it, it'd be him.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
That's what he said. No, that's what he said though.
Speaking of coaching, if you had Josh McDaniels to be the first head coach fired, you cashed that ticket. Raiders let him go earlier this week. Got rid of him, got rid of the offensive coordinator, got rid of the general manager. Antonio Pierce, I was shocked to see that. Antonio Pierce taking over in an interim role. Antonio Pierce from the Plexico Burris incident a couple of years ago.
Man, I love how these coaches get up on the stand and make it sound like you'll run through a wall from them, and then they end up winning 2 games for the season. I mean, he sounded good, bro. I mean, he sounded good. Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen. If he was my coach, man, I've been ready to run out on the field after that. You know, after that presser. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, but you can tell he's a dog, though. You can tell he's gonna command some things, and that was obvious through his speech. That was obvious through his play.
Yeah,
like I said, he was a pretty good linebacker. He wasn't a great linebacker, but Antonio Pierce could play.
No, Antonio Pierce wasn't. You know, that was before they got bad when he was there. You know what I'm saying? He had the incident with Burris, with Plex. You know what I mean? But
yeah, he was here with us.
Oh, that's right.
This is where he started.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I forgot about
him
that.
and LeVar went to the Giants.
Yeah.
Well, he left before LeVar because he was like he felt like he was better than LeVar and he wasn't being featured. Then LeVar went to the Giants. Remember?
That's another decent draft pick you guys had, LeVar Arrington.
Another what?
Decent draft pick, LeVar Arrington.
Oh, decent. Oh, okay. Yeah, decent.
Yeah,
you're right.
Decent.
That's what he was. That's what he was.
He get a lot of work in the media, though.
Yeah.
He's still out there. You don't seem like you too happy about LeVar.
No, I'm just saying he was decent. That's what he was. To me, he was just so he was highly overrated. That's just me. He never could beat Dallas.
Who was better, him or London Fletcher?
Oh, London Fletcher. London Fletcher was a dog.
Yeah.
That's 11 to 15 tackles every single game. Just look it up.
I tell people this all the time. If you ever look at London Fletcher's numbers and Ray Lewis's numbers, you would be like, wait a minute. These dudes are like the same player. But Ray was that guy who looked in the billboard.
Ray was a monster.
He was.
That's just because Ray had speed and power.
Well, too. He sold himself well, too.
Right. But Ray had speed and power and was a dynamic tackler. The difference between Ray and London is London didn't have that speed like Ray had.
Yeah.
Ray was fast.
He had that force, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And he was going to win, and then all those games played. The thing with McDaniels in Las Vegas, when he came in there with Carr, right? He tried to teach Carr that system. That system, if you can't pick up that system, you just can't. A lot of players can't pick up that system.
A lot of players can't. Right, quarterback.
So Carr goes, so they get rid of Carr. Then he goes and get a quarterback who can run the system in Jimmy G. The problem is Jimmy G been hit too much. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't trust his footwork. He look at the pass rush. He's trying not to get hurt no more, so you can't really play him. And then what you see, Blaze, is if you're coming into a spot as a head coach, if you can't get your quarterback situation right, you'll be out the door.
Pretty much. That's the way of the league now. There's two things going on in sports now. In 2023, there's two things going on in sports. The statement you just made, and you can cry your way out of an organization or demand a trade and go, and make a big stink about it. No, you can't. I mean,
for real.
And listen, that's another reason. Oh, real quick, big shout out to the Texas Rangers and my man Bruce Bochy on his 4th World Series. Congratulations to them. We definitely couldn't do this. I definitely couldn't do this without congratulating them. Baseball is a hard sport to win as far as a World Series. Yeah. But that's another reason why I like baseball. You don't really see that with baseball players like you do NFL and the NBA. Like
And
it's common
yeah.
now in the NBA and NFL. You don't really see baseball players like
I wonder if that's
just
because the
lashing out.
contract is fully guaranteed and there's no salary cap.
Well,
Maybe
so
that's
is the
why you don't.
NBA.
Yes, true
So is
too.
the NBA contracts fully guaranteed. What are you talking about? Fully
The NBA
guaranteed.
has a salary cap though.
But
That
their
shouldn't make that
contracts are
much of a
fully
difference.
guaranteed.
The A-Rod never did that. No, A-Rod always left when his contract was up.
Right, but
He
listen to what
never
I'm saying.
forced his way out. Yeah,
Even if he did in baseball, he's the exception, not the rule. We just
that's
don't
one
see that
person.
on the
Yeah,
regular. You
yeah.
don't
The
see it in
NBA.
hockey.
Yeah, no, they don't even have no. I don't think they have a union. Do NHL don't even have a players union?
Maybe not. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
you got me on that. But like I said, I just see different things, man. And I'm like, baseball players don't act like spoiled brats, man. Like I said, you might get one or two, but sheesh. NBA, it's like it's one on every team.
One on every roster. You know what I'm saying?
One on every roster. NFL,
I mean,
same
look
thing.
at the Knicks. Obi Toppin forces. Man, who the hell is Obi Toppin?
That's the NBA, man. That's the
Yeah,
NBA.
for real,
And look,
son.
hey, but you know what? He forced his way out, and he also got a starting job in Indiana.
true.
So
That's true.
yeah, I mean he's starting, man. Listen, I get it, man. You got to do what works best for you and your family. I get it. You know, a la Latrell Sprewell. You know, I gotta support my family.
Yeah, making $9 million a year at the time. Right quick, James Harden said this week, more or less, that he was a part of a system with the 76ers, and that, you know, he kind of wanted to do his own thing, and then Embiid kind of came back and said, you know, great player, but we kind of let him do what he wanted to do. You know what I'm saying?
Everywhere he's been, he's done that. Everywhere he's been,
I'm not a system player. I am the system. What is the system?
What you are is
selfishness.
a diva.
Yeah. What is the system?
Bro.
Dribble, step back, 3-pointer.
You're a diva.
Is that the system?
Yeah.
Is the system a second round loss? Is that the system?
Mm-hmm. Is the system just folding every year in the playoffs when you were in Houston? I mean, like every game that decided you guys to move out of the second round, or whether it was the Western Conference Finals when Chris Paul got hurt. Granted, Chris Paul got hurt, but James Harden looked horrible, bro.
Yeah,
he looked like somebody out there that was just learning how to play. Like I'd never seen a professional player turn the ball over like that. He was throwing the ball out of bounds. Like his handles just looked bad. Like he was getting like it was awful. But I know one person that don't think you're all that, and from the look at Terrence Mann's face, Terrence Mann don't think you all that, bro. I'm just letting you know, man.
And you know what? And to Terrence Mann's credit, you know what I'm saying? The organization didn't want to trade Terrence Mann. They were solid. They was not going to trade Terrence Mann. That's what the 76ers wanted, and they did not come off of him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What I'm about to say?
But the Clippers are loaded. The Clippers are loaded. And I'm telling you something right now.
That gonna work, son?
Man, listen to me. If that team stays healthy, boy, that's a big ask. If that team stays healthy, if they're healthy in the playoffs, Denver won't beat them in the playoffs.
Really?
If they're
at
healthy,
this age, those dudes at this age, if they're healthy, they can win the joint. Mm-hmm. That's interesting, right there.
They got a mob. Now, you want to talk about stacked team? Think about that team for a second. That's a stacked team. That's stackedness, and that's not even a word.
That's a stacked team in 2018. That's not a stacked team in 2023.
It's still a stacked team, bro. It's still a stacked team. There's 5 Hall of Famers on that team.
Oh, man. I mean,
who's not a Hall of Famer?
I mean, I'm not a big Russell Westbrook fan, but he is a Hall of Famer.
He's Hall of Fame, bro.
He's a Hall of Famer. I know.
He's a dog, though, man. I'm not a huge fan.
He's not a winner. He's not a winner. He is not a winner. He's not a winner. As a matter of fact, he's like a
neither's Harden.
Guy.
Well, neither's Harden.
Harden's been deeper into the playoffs than Russell Westbrook has. Without Kevin
Russell
Durant.
Westbrook went to the
Western
Conference Finals at OKC. What do you mean?
And OKC, Harden went to it in Houston when.
And what did he do in that
game?
He
was to the Golden State Warriors. There's nothing wrong with losing
to the
Warriors.
But he didn't even. But what I'm saying is he was awful. It's one thing to be awful, but it's another thing that at least put forth the effort, and go out and stop. Okay, you lost, but he looked bad.
I understand the diva. I understand everything you're saying about James Harden to be correct. The truth of the matter is this, though. probably the best offensive player since Michael Jordan. Offensive skills wise.
More skilled than Kyrie and Kevin Durant? Skill?
Do you know who is next on the
Wow.
3-point list? It's James Harden.
Okay, let me ask you this again. More skilled than Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving?
I would say
more
maybe
skilled
not
than
Kevin
Luka
Durant.
Doncic.
I would say more skilled. Yes, I would say more skilled than everybody except for Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, I'll put up there, but the most skilled offensive player since Michael Jordan, and he's in the mix. He's not no slouch. Scoring
He's in the
offensively
mix, but you can't leave out Luka and Kyrie if that's the case. Then you can't leave those two out, bro. Come on, man. Listen, man. I know how people feel about Kyrie, but let's take his off the court things. Man, Kyrie left and right with no.
Oh yeah, no
I'm
doubt.
I'm talking about with no problem.
I'm taking in 3-point percentage into consideration and stuff like that too. James Harden triple double. I mean, can average 10 assists. Kyrie Irving don't average 10 assists.
No, because that's not what he does.
Yeah,
he can. He can though. If he wanted to
do anything, if he could do anything,
and that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
In-season tournament starts tonight, right? So check it out, right quick. This is how they break it down.
So it starts tonight. Oh
yes.
Wow.
So every Tuesday night and Friday night in the month of December is in-season tournament nights. So
November or December?
November. I'm sorry if I said December. Okay. I'm sorry. Fridays and Tuesdays in November is in-season tournament, right? The court will be different for these games. Tonight, every game is an in-season tournament game. So this is what it is, right? It's the 30 teams in the NBA are put into 5 groups. 3 groups in the East, 3 groups in the West. Right? Mm-hmm. Right quick, I'll read East. Group A is like, so put it like this, the groups are like this. The East A is Philadelphia, Cleveland, Atlanta, the Pacers, the Pistons. East B is Milwaukee, New York, Miami, Washington, the Hornets. East C is Boston, Brooklyn, Toronto, Chicago, and Orlando. So basically, 5 teams dependent, weighted by top dogs, and then all the way down to littler teams, right? So in the group play, you're trying to get the most wins out of the teams in those groups. So the 3 teams with the most wins advance, and then every gets a wild card. So 8 teams will advance from the group play. The 3 group winners and 2 wild cards. And then you go into like a tournament after that. So that's basically the gist of it right there. So this is because the NBA's television ratings are in the toilet. That's why they're doing this, and they want to try to get the players to play. So Adam Silver is saying that there's incentive 82 games. We want the main stars playing. If they're not hurt, you need to be playing in these games. You think it's going to work? You went blank on me, so I guess. Oh, there you go. You think it's going to work?
I'm good. I'm not even interested. That's okay. Let me ask you this. No, hold on. Oh no. I mean, I'm definitely going to watch. Okay, let me ask you this. I mean, and it's probably a dumb question, but so these wins and losses go towards the 82 games, right?
Towards the schedule. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. I guess I'll just have to keep watching it to understand. Some things, man, I just leave them like they are. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
The problem is the load. They think so. Basically, Silva is saying load management is causing people not to watch the sport. I don't think it's load management.
Man, this is the dumbest thing ever.
And you know what they offer.
You know I'm old school, so I mean, trust me.
You know what the teams, the players on the team that win the Commissioner's Cup. You know what they get?
Like $500 grand,
$500,000.
Each player, right? Or each player on the team.
Each player. Now they announced this morning that the coaches.
I saw that
too. So now the coaches can get up to $100,000 extra, but the players on the winning teams get an extra $500 grand.
I'll take it.
You got dudes on, me and you would take it, but you got dudes on these teams though that make $45 million a season. They're going to be like, "What's that extra $500,000?"
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I mean, but you also got competitive edge, listen, right? You also got the so does the 7th, 8th, and 9th man on the bench get that money too?
Everybody gets that money.
They won't be complaining.
You're right about that. They exactly. They
I'm
like,
looking
yo,
at
son,
everybody.
we need you to play, son. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
That's 500 grand, bro.
Yeah.
That's 500 grand was when like maybe the ninth player on the bench, I mean the ninth player in rotation, is probably only making like 2.5 million a year. He'll take that 500 grand. He'll find something to do
100%.
with it.
So here's the deal, right? Like, I think, the money is there. Now, then competitive balance could be a thing to it as well. But I looked at the practice, not the practice report, but the injury report for the day. It might work because this is the shortest injury report that I've seen. Kyrie Irving is going to make his debut tonight. He's going to play. Dudes is always on the
Hold on, debut. He's played 2 games this year already.
Okay, my
Yeah, he
bad.
played 2 games.
I know he's
Played 2
missed. I
games.
think he's missed a couple of games.
Yeah.
He's
Definitely.
playing
He's definitely
tonight.
missed a couple of games.
Mitchell not on the injury report for the first time I've seen. Now, get me wrong, he's played all year, but he's not on the report tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Butler is playing tonight. There's no Golden State Warriors on the injury report. Matt, the only person
Booker
on the injury report,
Booker played last night.
but Booker doesn't play tonight.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying like
Okay.
he's coming back.
So he'll be back.
In time. I'm saying he played. He showed up last night and played. Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So
Right.
only big name on the injury report tonight so far is say Gilgeous-Alexander. And he's not really a load management dude. You know what I'm saying?
No. I watched that game the other night, man. He toughed it out with that ankle.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have took the lash. You know what? I have a problem with, man. Again, with all the other issues that with this new NBA. Sometimes, man, let somebody else take the last shot. I get it. Seems like all the superstars will force to make a game-winning shot. Pass it off to somebody else, man. It wasn't like that in the 90s and the early 2000s, man. You trust some other people to take the last shot.
Steve Kerr hit a game.
Yeah, man. But like SGA the other night, he forced that shot. He forced it. They all knew who was going to take the shot. You should have kicked it out to Chet. Chet been knocking down threes like it ain't nothing. Get a young man a chance to shine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
SGA's a star now. You know what I'm saying?
He is, and that's my guy.
Commercial. You know what
I'm a fan. But you forced that game-winning shot. Give it up. Let somebody, you know what I'm saying? But hey, like I said, man, that's their thing. That's the new NBA, but that's crazy, man. Get a ball up. You're going to shoot the ball with 2 people around you, and you almost lost the ball. Obviously, if you got 2 or 3 people on you, somebody got to be open.
Let me ask you this. How do you think the Clippers are going to handle this in-season tournament?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
Probably the same. They probably laughed the same way me and you just did.
Clippers might win it all.
Hey, listen, if Kawhi and them play, let's see if Kawhi and them play. That's going to be the test. You know what I mean? That's what people, I guess, that's the team people kind of got their eye on. All right, what we like this weekend, got a big weekend in college, big weekend in the NFL. I guess I'll set it off with college. I am Clemson and Notre Dame. I'm actually going to take the 3 with Clemson, right? I bought a hook, take it at 3.5. Clemson at home. I don't like the way Notre Dame has looked on the road this year. I think Clemson will have enough fight in them to get this one. Utah, I'll take the 11.5. That 11 Utah is laying versus Arizona State. I think Utah gets back on track. I'll take the 3 with Washington laying it over USC. USC, the 20th ranked team in the nation. USC shouldn't be ranked. And then I'll take the 3 with Alabama over LSU and that big rivalry game on Saturday night.
That's all I really got. That's my lock. That's my lock of the weekend. Alabama. I love them.
All right, bet.
I do. -3. You gotta lock that up with Alabama at home.
I worry about how much LSU can score. Matter of fact, if you do want to hedge yourself on this one right here, I would take a ticket on Jalen Daniels to win the Heisman. Jaden Daniels, excuse me. I think Kansas quarterback name is Jalen Daniels. I'd take a little something on Jaden Daniels to win the Heisman. If LSU wins this game, I think he'll be a guy invited to New York for the Heisman. But other than that, I think Alabama wins it. I think Alabama's going to end up in the college football playoff. That's another story.
Yeah, because Michigan is just screwed themselves.
Son. The dude on the sideline, that was wild. I never seen nothing like that in my life, yo.
Wild.
Yo, I feel like everybody steals signs, everybody do
That's
stuff. You know what I'm saying?
but
But
bro,
then when I saw what they did,
well, hey, listen, because I know a lot of times, like I know a lot of times, like you, like sometimes it's hard for me to get a reaction out. But I knew when I sent that to you, I knew because your response was like, "Wow."
wow.
I was
Yo,
like, "Yeah, that's
and
crazy."
and if that guy didn't stand up on that thing, nobody would have saw that. Because when that guy stood up, the camera went over, and you saw the dude put his head down. I'm like, oh, this is son. Nobody does scandal like the Big Ten.
That
The
is
Big
hilarious,
Ten
bro.
does the most scandal. Those schools in the Big Ten do the most scandal. Unbelievable, son. Jim Harbaugh. Yeah, I think
Bro,
punishment is coming.
man. So you know
seen
what? Come on, Harbaugh. I'll take you right here. I'll
Yeah.
take you right here.
That's what
Let's
everybody's
go.
saying. This is his ticket back to the NFL right here.
Well, they're linking him to Vegas though. They're not linking him to Washington. They're linking him to Vegas. They're linking him to Vegas. Wow, that's crazy.
He has a West Coast background.
Let's see what Antonio Pearson's gonna do.
Yeah, exactly. Let's give him the shot. You never know. Exactly. He ain't gonna be Jeff Saturday. I tell you that much. He'll do a better job than Jeff Saturday.
I'm rooting for Antonio Pierce. Give him a shot.
No doubt. I'm with you on that one. All right, NFL this week. I'm gonna take the 6. The number's up to 6. I'll take the 6 with the Seahawks. I might even sprinkle the money line. I'll lay the 8 with the Browns. I'll buy the hook with the Commanders, play it at 3.5. Speaking of Antonio Pierce, I'll take the Raiders over the Giants, and I'll take the 3.5 with the Jets.
And that's who I like. I like the Raiders. That's my lock for Sunday. I'm going with Antonio Pierce over the Giants. I think they're going to play for him Sunday. Now, what they may do the other Sundays after that, I don't know. But I think they're going to play for him Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a breath of fresh air now.
Exactly.
It's almost like the wicked old witch is dead. You know what I'm saying? Which is Josh McDaniels gone. So like I said, we'll see. We'll see.
Any other NFL for you this week? Nothing Philadelphia and Dallas?
As far, I mean, you asked me what I like. As what's the name? Like if I had to bet my money, I'm talking about if I had to bet my money and I feel like it's a sure thing, I'm going with the Raiders. If I was in Vegas and I was at the hotel and I walked up and I'd be like, let me get Vegas.
So you got enough discipline to be in Vegas on a Sunday morning, go down there, bet one game and walk away.
Yeah, if I had $5,000 in my pocket and I had it like that, I sure would. That's enough money. If that's $5,000.
Yeah, no doubt. But I'm saying you wouldn't sprinkle it around.
I don't want no other teams. I don't. So listen, I don't want.
You just need to turn the money over. You don't need no action. I need action. Like from the time the games start, I need to be in on the 1 o'clocks. I need to have something at halftime.
I just need my $5,000. Just being honest with you, bro. Like I said, everybody's different. Everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? Because I take that $5,000, I'm good for the whole day. I didn't have to sit around and sweat a 4 or 5 team parlay and stress stress level up and down and all that. Nope. Just take Raiders and Antonio Pierce.
The autumn wind is a
I'm
pirate.
just being honest with you. Now if you asking me, Philly gonna beat you off. That's what you asking me. Oh yeah, Philly.
But you're not betting it though.
No, I'm good.
See, that's the thing. And the sports betting in the world that we live in now, where anybody can pick up an app and bet on the game, you should put your money on that.
Okay, I'll tell you what then. I like Philly. You like Dallas. Bet something. Then. Since you want to keep pressing the issue, hold on. You keep pressing the issue. You won't leave me alone about it. You just keep trying to get something out of me.
I take 3 with the hook.
Oh,
give me 3.5 points.
God, boy, I tell you. Hey, show's over, right?
Eagles. You got the big bad Philadelphia Eagles.
Show's over, right?
You got the big
show's
bad
over,
Philadelphia
right?
Eagles.
Here we go.
Right?
Ladies and gentlemen, a so-called diehard Cowboy fan wants me to give him 3 points. Man, I'm out of here, man. I got things to do today, man. Love you, ladies and gentlemen.